Hi guys. So today I came up with a new video, that is real love versus toxic love. In this video I will share all the differences between a healthy and an unhealthy relationship. We will learn a lot about toxic love and why do we keep attracting these kind of toxic love, low vibrational relationship, and how can we heal from it. Okay? So let's first understand what love is. Love is a beautiful feeling, right? We all have our own definitions of love. Love is actually a soul connection. It's between two souls. It's supposed to make you feel good. It brings out the best in you. And it helps you to dream big, You feel energized. You have a new zest and enthusiasm to live your life when you are around loving people, a loving partner, right? So let's start with what are the differences between real love or genuine love and toxic love. First point. If you are in a real love, in a real relationship or a genuine relationship, you don't lose your sense of self, right? Your sense of identity. You have the complete freedom to be who you are. Your partner respects your individuality. They don't try to change you. But if you are in a toxic relationship, you feel totally consumed in the relationship. You lose your sense of self, your individuality. They manipulate you in such a way that you start sacrificing your own needs, wants and desires in the relationship. You lose your freedom to be yourself. This is the biggest red flag that you are in a toxic relationship, okay? Nobody should change you. They should accept you the way you are, okay? Next point. This is completely related to the first point only. So this point is all about that in a real relationship, in a genuine relationship, your partner will never control you. Okay? They are never controlling, never manipulative. They respect your differences, like your differences in opinions, lifestyle, your views, your perceptions about life in general. They respect that. And they will support you, to live your own life. But if you are in a toxic relationship, they will try to change you, the way you think. They are highly controlling, very manipulative. And they will try to change you into their ideal partner, their image of how love should be, how a partner should be. Next point. In a genuine or a loving relationship, your partner will bring out the best in you, okay? In spite of the differences. They will try to highlight your positive qualities. They will believe in yourself. And they will help you to believe in yourself too. Dream big. But in a toxic relationship, you will bring out the worst in each other. You will feel completely unfulfilled, very unhappy and totally drained in the relationship, or very exhausted, This only happens if you are in a relationship with an energy vampire. I hope you guys are quite aware of the term energy vampire. Toxic people are usually energy vampires. Narcissistic people are also energy vampires. They enter into a relationship with you just to suck out the energy out of you. Your positive energy. That's how they survive. Because toxic people are deeply insecure, Deep down they're very insecure about themselves. They have a very fragile egos. So they enter into a relationship with you, so that you make them feel good about themselves. To boost their ego. They genuinely don't care about you. So you feel completely unfulfilled, totally drained in that relationship. This is also another red flag that you are in a relationship with a toxic person. Now next point. In a genuine relationship, both of you mutually welcome affection and closeness. Intimacy, it can be physical intimacy also, or else true intimacy, what I would say is like sharing your values, your hopes, your dreams with your partner. You openly share your beliefs, your perception about life in general. They will freely accept you, the light and dark in you, your positive qualities as well as your negative qualities. You can be vulnerable with your partner. You're not afraid to be vulnerable with your partner in a genuine relationship. But in a toxic relationship, you will feel afraid of intimacy and closeness. Or maybe they are afraid of intimacy and closeness. Or maybe the relationship is just based on sexual attraction only. Like you all have nothing more to share except sex. Okay? It's purely based on fantasy, infatuation or lust. A very immature relationship. So that's another red flag that you are in a toxic relationship. Okay? You all are not free to share about your dreams, about your values. You all are not on the same page. Next point. In a genuine relationship, you experience growth in yourself. Like you become a better person, a better version of yourself. Okay? But in a toxic relationship, there is little growth. Like you gain nothing or learn nothing valuable in the relationship. And the saddest part is, the toxic person will only teach you a lesson that what love should be and what love is not supposed to be. They only come to teach you that they are not meant to be in your life. I know it's very painful, but that's how it is. Or else they will, other than that, they will not teach you anything valuable in the relationship. Okay? Next point. In a genuine relationship, there is equality. Like you both have the power to make decisions, choices. You all openly communicate. You find common ground and make decisions together. Okay? Your partner will respect your views also, and you will respect theirs. But in a toxic relationship, there will be frequent power struggle. Okay? One person will only wear the pants in the relationship, and they'll be like the dictator. They'll play mind games with you, and they will take all the decisions. They will, what I said earlier, that they are highly controlling and highly manipulative. They try to run your life based on their terms and conditions, and they will never accept your decisions, your choices also, and they will not respect it. Next point. Your partner makes you feel good about yourself. If you're in a genuine relationship, they will boost your self-confidence, your self-esteem. They make you reach your true potential. They will make you believe in yourself, and they are genuinely happy about your achievements. Like they will never be jealous. They'll support your dreams. But if you're in a toxic relationship, there will be constant, competition between both of you, for attention, for validation, for power. They'll make you feel good, guilty or bad about yourself, and they will be hypercritical towards you. They'll be jealous of your achievements also, and that's quite abnormal, right? In a genuine relationship, your partner shouldn't feel jealous about your achievements. They should make you reach your true potential. But in a toxic relationship, you constantly compete with each other, and your partner will be highly jealous of you. And this, if you are in a toxic relationship, this is a highly abusive relationship. They will abuse you in many ways, maybe verbally, maybe psychologically, emotionally, sometimes physically also. Okay? So if you if you found out that you are in a toxic relationship, try to educate yourself and come out of that relationship as fast as you can, because you're not supposed to be in this relationship. It's best to move on. No matter if you are emotionally involved with this person, you need to learn that this person will never genuinely care about you. Okay? Now let's come into the next topic, like why we keep attracting these kind of toxic love or low vibrational relationship in our life. There are reasons, definite set of reasons that toxic people keep, you keep attracting them, and they get attracted to you as well. So the first point, if you are a highly positive person, you have the ability to shine, you are the light, then toxic people will get attracted to you. You attract them like a moth to a flame. See, toxic people are unhappy with themselves deep down. Okay, so they keep seeking people that would make them feel good about themselves. You will boost their ego. You make them good about themselves, and that's the reason they attract you, and you attract them. It's a highly codependent relationship. It's like that is the reason they suck the energy out of you, the positive energy. You are the light, and they are the darkness. Okay? So my suggestion would be, don't keep satisfying them, and overlook their toxic behavior, no matter what they say. Learn to see the behavior, observe their behavior rather than what they say, no matter what cheesy, lines they say, no matter how charming they are. We can't change them, okay? This is not our responsibility to change toxic people. Okay? Next point. If you're a highly honest person, okay, you will keep attracting them. See, good people and honest people, we expect others also not to cheat or lie. We always see the good in other people. So most of the time, we overlook their behaviors and tend to forgive them. But believe me, this is the quality that they love the most. They also use your openness and vulnerability against you. Yes, it's very sad. They twist it and make your strengths only. They use your strengths and use it against you. They suck out the positive energy firstly out of you, and they make you feel bad about yourself. And if you're a highly honest person, then this is really very heartbreaking, I know. Next point, if you have a very compassionate heart. You see, if you wear your heart on your sleeves, you're very empathetic for everyone, Unfortunately, this is what toxic people like. Your compassion, kindness, love, vibrant energy is like the food. It's their food, See, because they're energy vampires. They will manipulate you. They will play the victim card to gain control of you. Initially in the initial stages of the relationship, they sometimes, try to act as the victim, as if people, cheat them. But they are the ones usually that cheat people. They are the biggest liars, master manipulators. So if you have a compassionate heart, you see the good in everyone always, you will keep attracting toxic people. Next point. If you are a good listener, see, if you are a kind-hearted person and you're a good listener, you will attract them. Because you give full attention to your loved ones or the person you are in a relationship with. Everyone is not like that, right? But toxic people are highly attracted to this positive quality of yours. They're attracted to kind-hearted people. Because they only love to talk about themselves. You think that they are sharing everything with you, they care about you. No, they genuinely don't care about you. They only care about their own self-interests. Okay? Next point. If you are highly unconfrontational. See, yes, empathetic people or highly sensitive people, they hate conflicts because it drains their energy. Okay? That's another reason that toxic people love this quality about you. You won't tell them that they're crossing your boundaries. And because you don't like to hurt them, right? You're accepting of others' faults. And this is the reason you keep attracting them and they get attracted to you. Next point. If you are an overgiver or a very generous person. See, toxic people are natural takers. They like to take from you. They don't like to give. They only like to take. Okay? So if you are generous in any way, like emotionally, financially, then they will highly like this trait about you. The more you'll give, the more they take from you. But you learn the hard truth later, that they never really cared about you. And no matter what you do, it's never really good enough for them, okay? This is the biggest red flag that you can enter a toxic relationship. So no matter what you do, you are never good enough. You can never satisfy them. So what's the point? You overly give and give all your life. You sacrifice your own needs and wants for them. But they only take from you. Okay, this is the reason they get attracted to highly generous people, highly empathetic people, highly positive people. Okay? Next point. If you're very loyal, if loyalty is your biggest trait, then they'll get attracted to you. Because you never give up on people easily, okay? You don't cheat unnecessarily. You have a hard time letting go. And toxic people love to exploit your loyalty. Okay? So learn to differentiate between love, loyalty and codependency. See, I will explain this term in the next point even more, okay? See, if you are a highly codependent person, if you seek love elsewhere, okay, you will keep attracting toxic people in your life. See, if a person treats you good in public but tears you down when you are alone, then they don't deserve your loyalty, man. They wear a positive mask, good mask in front of people, but when you both are alone, all by yourself, they try to break you down. Then you are with the wrong person, my dear. Okay, next point. If you have childhood wounds or codependency issue, this is a very important point that I want to share with you guys. Now, if you had a very toxic family where you never received genuine love, if your family members used and abused you, your parents especially, if they emotionally abandoned you, you feel empty in yourself, all your life. You seek love elsewhere. And that's why when you become adults, you attract these kind of toxic people, those who are empty themselves, these low vibrational people. This is not love. That's just codependency. So please protect yourself, educate yourself about toxic relationships, and protect yourself, your energy from these kind of people. So lastly, I'm coming to the topic how to heal from these kind of toxic relationships. Okay, my tips on how you can heal from these kind of relationships. First and foremost, very important point for empathetic people and positive people is that set boundaries. Protect your valuable energy from these kind of toxic or negative people. You should learn when to be good and when to stop being good. Okay? But please don't change yourself. Be positive. Okay? The world needs it. but please protect your energy. Next point, educate yourself more on toxic relationships. If you found my video helpful, then I'll be very glad. See, I could share as much as I could, okay, in details. But there are various blogs where you can find information regarding toxic relationships. There are various coaches. You'll find many channels in YouTube that share, views about toxic relationships. So go educate yourself more and try to heal from these kind of relationships, okay? It will help you to move on. Next point, seek out counselors or coaches who can help you in your situation, give you guidance, okay? There are various channels, various blogs that help you with information like narcissism, toxic relationships, and many more, okay? So educate yourself, seek out help. There's nothing wrong to seek help. Be vulnerable and seek out help from others. Next point, recognize your inner childhood wounds. Like if you have trust issues, abandonment issues, why do you have them? Learn to discover the behavioral patterns, that the repetitive patterns, and why do you keep attracting these kind of toxic people, and how can you heal from it, okay? Lastly, my advice to you guys is, be positive. If you're empathetic, positive people, the world needs it. Shine your light. But please, we are not rehabilitation centers for bad people or toxic people. Our well-being also matters, right? And it's not being selfish. So protect yourself from these kind of people. Protect your energy. Okay? This is my advice to you guys. So I hope you found this video really helpful. I'll come up with more videos on spirituality, on these kind of topics in the near future. Keep, like my channel, subscribe to my channel, like my videos, support me, and take care, guys. May God bless you all. Meet you in the next video, okay? Bye.